No one set the bar for quality lower than gamers. The well-oiled money laundering machine we call modern gaming is polluted with so-called game journalists and hardcore fans that will find the most ridiculous reasons to praise their games and game companies, all for the sake of getting an early release or what I can only describe as a cult mentality. After hearing about the next Pokemon game coming out, I've had just about enough of the low expectations of the gaming community. Let's start with something stupid. One of the selling points of the new Pokemon game is the performance on Switch 2. This makes me mad. Since when has run good on console become a selling point? This is the bare minimum, especially true for a port from another console. But this is a Nintendo game to begin with. How is this even on the list of pros? A Nintendo game should always run perfectly on a Nintendo console. It would be like selling a brand new car and then tell me in the pros, well, you know, when you start it, the car runs well. Yeah, I would hope so. That's what it's supposed to do. Is that where we are now in 2025? When a console exclusive doesn't stutter and get low FPS, it's now considered a positive and we applaud for it. Are people really happy about this? This is why we are going backwards in this industry. The quality bar is underground for sure. Speaking of low quality, Starfield is being praised because it's less buggy than what Bethesda usually do. Okay, let's be honest. Games in general have always been buggy. But come on, like this is why we end up with half-finished games and then get day one patches. Which, once again, people will applaud if there is no day one patch. None of this should ever be normal. It's no wonder CD Projekt Red got away with Cyberpunk 2077. That game became playable like what, 4 years later? And it's being praised. I don't get it. One of the best PR moves right now is game devs removing or saying there's no microtransactions in their games. And gamers are just singing praise like it's an amazing thing whenever a game rejects that shitty mechanic. You are literally thanking the gaming industry for not punching you in the face. The game activists, sorry, I meant journalists, now praise a 6 out of 10 as a solid start. 60% is the bare minimum grade to pass high school. But for gaming, it's solid? Get the f out of here. Solid is a minimum of 8.5 out of 10. Anything below that is passable to horrible. Let's talk about those Karens with bad takes now. Yeah, those same journalists I'm talking about. PC games have the same issues as the Nintendo fanbase. Runs well and stable frame rate are now considered innovations apparently. I'm not saying we should be able to get 144 FPS on every game, but a 60 FPS I believe is not too much to ask. And just because it's stable should not be praised. Like this is how it should be to begin with. We also have the AAA recipe to build a game, sell a beta game or a broken one, fix it in the coming years. Gamers praise it, rinse and repeat. And I'm playing games like No Man's Sky for this. It gave gaming company the idea to use this model of operation. Instead of taking the right lesson, don't publish unfinished games. But once again, we have indie to thank for here at least. Games like Hollow Knight, Hades, and Stardew Valley launched finished. Not Hades 2, of course, but these games only updated to fix things or for fun, not for damage control. Indie devs are not lowering or raising expectations. They are preserving them. Yes, we're not in the 90s anymore when games were sent out and bugs were just there, but we also had great games like Ocarina of Time. That is absolutely broken to the core, but you can still enjoy to this day. We couldn't fix them back then, and I get that, but that doesn't mean that you should release it broken to the point where it's near unplayable. But the game should not release if it's not enjoyable, and then let's fix it later. So how about we stop praising game companies when they just do the bare minimum, and we hold them accountable when they offer nothing of worth. AAA games are now over $100 in Canada with taxes. I expect quality to match it, but right now I get more out of Silksong for a quarter of the price. But what do you think about this? Share in the comments below. But that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I wish you a slime-tastic rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one.